now we've come to that point in the show where Harsha and I can just chill, take a nap. Over to Joy Bhattacharya to tell us all about the Kolkata Knight Riders. All yours, sir. All yours. Please tell us.
I think it's a very interesting. I wouldn't say it's a mixed bag. They've got Stark, who they really wanted. Have they paid too much for him? Perhaps, but they've got the player they wanted who can make a difference. The interesting part, so Stark definitely is somebody, impact bowler up front, definitely. They've got somebody to replace Umesh Yadav and Chetan Sakaria, but they already, by that point in time, they like the Indian bowlers they have. They like Vaibhav Arora. They like Harshit Rana.
I love Harshit Rana.
Yeah, so they don't really need. So they've got Sakaria out there. They've got that reserve Indian wicketkeeper, which is KS Bharat. This is an interesting team. Mujibur Rahman is just the kind of pick which Gautam Gambhir loves, because he knows that on certain surfaces, 3 spinners, 4 spinners, Kolkata can throw 4 spinners at you at it.
Yeah.
Suyash Sharma, they'll throw Suyash, Sunil Narayan,
Varun
Chakravarti. Because Mujib can also bowl with a new ball, they could go with 4 spinners.
Yeah.
On a turning track in Kolkata, they could go with 4 spinners.
Manish Pandey, another moment where Gautam Gambhir would have said, here you go, here's your opportunity.
Now, look at the batting that they've got. If you go back to that, if you look at the Kolkata first 11, right? It is an outstanding core group of Indian batters in Shreyas Iyer, Nitish Rana, Rinku Singh. Perfect. One of them gets injured. Maybe someone else goes to open the batting. Maybe Venkatesh Iyer bats there. By the way, Venkatesh Iyer as an opener is a bit of a leap of faith. He's not been opening that much of late, but he's very good in that role. Now, what if one of them is injured? That is where Manish Pandey has done. What they've done is, look how well they've picked their backups. Something happens to Sunil Narayan, I've got Mujib. Something happens to a batter, I've got an experienced player, maybe not playing the best cricket of his life, but I've got Manish Pandey in there. I've got Mitch Stark. If I'm going and playing on a real sticky surface, I'll play Sakaria instead of the young kids Harshit Rana and Vaibhav Arora. Yeah. Do I want power at the end? I've got Andre Russell, who I've got a bit of Shafin Rutherford if required. I want extra pace I'm playing in Mumbai, a ball is flying, I can play Gus Atkinson.
Yep.
So to that extent, I actually think they've had a decent auction.
Ramandeep Singh as well. Underrated, I suppose.
If I'm Jason Roy, I'm a little unhappy. Because I'm starting to think, where do I get into a side with Gurbaz, Russell, Narayan and Stark? Where do I get into the side?
Yeah.
Now, if something happens to Gurbaz, you want to play a 4th player, you want to play a Jason Roy, you've got to accommodate KS Bharat. Where does KS Bharat play in this team? Does he play at 6? Where does he play in this team, KS Bharat? Or do they send him up to open the batting and say, do what Saha does at the Gujarat Titans?
Go bang bang.
So as far as they would like Gurbaz to play.
Yeah. You happy? Despite, after having gotten Stark, they did manage a few other.
No. I think they did well. The only problem that they didn't completely manage to sort was the problem of an Indian keeper batsman, because even though Bharat they've bought, I don't think Bharat is naturally a T20 batsman at this point in time in his career. So Bharat remains a stopgap option, which means Gurbaz is fixed at.
He had a couple of good games for RCB, Bharat, at the time, but I agree with you.
Yeah, so I was expecting, they've shown faith with Gurbaz. I was expecting they'd take a Phil Salt or, look at another keeper batsman in the auction.
Yeah.
As it turned out, they didn't. They decided to go with Gurbaz. So that's also probably a sign of faith in there.
Also remember, Joy, if they're playing on turners and you've got Sunil Narayan whom Gurbaz has to pick, they've got Chakravarti whom Gurbaz has to pick. He doesn't keep every time for Afghanistan. Yeah. He's not their number 1 keeper. So on turning tracks, if you want a good keeper, they might struggle a little bit with Gurbaz. But I think pretty much they've got Gurbaz locked in, which means they can't play Jason Roy.
What kind of tracks you reckon Gautam would want at the
Big question. I know that KKR are very unhappy that India gets the tracks they want, but Kolkata KKR doesn't get the tracks they want. KKR have got to go and say, we are paying you a lot of money for the Eden Gardens to be our host stadium. In return for the lot of money we are paying you, you have to give us the tracks that we want. And they're not saying give us 120, 125 tracks. Yeah. They're saying give us 140, 150, 160, 155 kind of tracks on which they are in homes. They are in a very good situation. If they get those tracks, they can say, this is my, Joy, fortress.
Fortress.
You had to say it. twice today.
So those in Bengal, in Kolkata, very opinionated, very passionate. You reckon they'll be smiling right now, looking at the squad?
But they got Saqib.
Yeah, yeah. I think they like. I don't think. I mean, the problem is, as I said, that Gurbal's problem is a quibble. But I think they look at Stark and say they've got some real firepower up front. They've got Mujib, who's a backup. They've got Chetan Sakaria, who they would think is an upgrade, especially the pitch is sticky and Kolkata pitch plays like they want it to play. And most importantly, they've got Gautam Gambhir, who normally is got a persuasive way with groundsmen in terms of getting the kind of pitches. At least in the time I was there, he'd get the pitches he wanted.
One huge plus for them. Rinku Singh had a great year last year. He's almost twice the player this year. And they've got Shreyas Iyer back.
Yeah.
Shreyas Iyer is a powerful player at number 3.
Yeah.
So with Shreyas Iyer at number 3, freeing Nitish Rana, who's a naturally aggressive player and a left-hander, who then comes in at number 4. Rinku Singh. I mean, Andre Russell told me, if Rinku Singh is batting, I just stop what I'm doing. I watch Rinku Singh bat. If I'm at the non-strikers end, I'll stay at the non-strikers end because I like to see what Rinku Singh does. So that 3-4-5 is looking a lot better than last year. So I think their batting will be a lot better than last year.
It's been a pretty good year for King Shah Rukh Khan, the actor that is. The last 1 year he's had a good time in his career.
Donkey, good?
Coming soon. Not released yet, sir.
Yeah, Donkey, good?
First day night show. I'm going for sure.
He is going.
Surely.
And you're paying a lot more like you did for your ODI tickets?
What? No, I never pay extra for any tickets.
Okay.
Shah Rukh Khan.
You just buy expensive tickets,
Yeah, expensive tickets, yes. Because I had to. Heartbroken though. It's been a month. Hopefully we'll recover. Looks like a blockbuster side to you. Do they have enough?
Look, forget everything else. You've taken your last year's side. You've added Shreyas Iyer and you've added Stark. Forget everything else. Forget the backups. Forget everything. Add Shreyas and Stark to a side and add Rinku Singh's improvement to a side, and you're already far ahead. And I think the one other thing Kolkata managed to do at the end is they know what their opening lineup finally is. Otherwise, for a long time, who opens for Kolkata? They had about 8-9 opening pairs.
Yeah.
So I think that is much more settled now. I think so. There are lots of pluses. There's Stark, there's Shreyas Iyer, there's Sakaria, there's backup, and most importantly, there's Gambhir to take decisions. I think Gambhir is a very, very capable addition. He's a very important part of this Kolkata setup.
My only comment on the end of that is, if you're Chandrakant Pandit, don't watch this program. No, look at the players they let go. The players they let go, Lockie Ferguson did very little for them, Shardul Thakur did very little for them, Tim Southee did very little for them, Visa, Liton Das, Shakib, Johnson Charles, Mandeep, Jagadeesan, none of them did much for them. The Jagadeesan was the only interesting one. They could have kept Jagadeesan as the Indian keeper, but nobody else has picked up Jagadeesan.
Yeah.
So that tells you a story. So the 9 that went out were not doing anything for them. These 9 were not doing anything. Whereas the players who have come in, Shreyas Iyer and Mitch Stark, even if they don't have great seasons, will still be a big plus.
And so
I think it's a much better team than last year.
Pretty good performance in the auction. How many out of 5?
I'd give them a 4, definitely.
Harsha?
Looking beyond Stark, the fact that they've picked good backups, I think they can be happy with the auction. I'm going sort of 3.8 to 4.